Hey, hello everybody. With this video, I want to make a compelling argument to ditch the obsolete and dangerous power grid that we use every day. This is a mass modeling that I did for somebody basically trying to work some roof angles out on a house they were thinking about building, or I don't know, the remodeling or whatever, but just sitting here on my computer, so I thought I might do something with it. If you look here in the middle, right between the garage and the house and the breezeway, this is something that represents the size of your house's own power station. Okay, let's say your house has natural gas or propane attached to it. You could power your house with that. Now, why would I do that? Hey, I have power lines running to my house. Well, here's the thing. If you do it this way, you're going to save about 44%. It's going to cost you 44% less to do it, according to Sky Huddleston. Now, he was talking about doing this with a Burke engine, which would be just as good as, or maybe better than a steam turbine. But if your house had its own power station, let's say I've seen this happen. Let's say it's February and your power lines have a bunch of ice on them, or a tree falls over and knocks the power lines out. I've been without power for a week because of stuff like that. It's kind of harder to take out an underground natural gas line. And then we got to look at things like the immense transmission losses, which make it necessary to pump the voltage going through those power lines up to lethal levels. And then if we look at things like the toxic electromagnetic fields coming off those power lines, this is something you can verify on your own. If you look at the book The Invisible Rainbow by Arthur Furstenberg, he goes into the correlation between the acceleration of flu season and the introduction of 60 cycle per second alternating current. If you're producing your own current, well, by golly, you can crank that up to 400 cycles per second like an airliner APU, or you can go even higher. You know, who's to say you wouldn't put a system like in your house and all of a sudden you notice you're feeling better for some odd reason? Maybe it's because I'm not trained in that toxic EM field. And, you know, let's take a look at the fact that you could reduce your house's power consumption with a little simple heat exchange, like using the heat from your attic to provide hot air for your clothes dryer when it's in the summer, or using the external cold of the house to help keep your refrigerator cold in January. There are all manner of things that could be explored in the pursuit of one, being off the grid, being more dependent, not having to worry about your power being shut off, because hey, maybe if you couldn't pay your gas bill that month, there's an alternative system you could use to keep your power going. Anyway, I'm going to make that the end of the video. If you like my content, please do consider liking and subscribing, and if you have any thoughts, put them in the comments. Until next time.